You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. I don't like this very much. I think it's, I'm not into whoever that is, but I do like this. I like that a lot. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Smack that clock and up and at him. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? The time begins to fly by, and your imagination is getting away from you. You'll need to take this seriously, dude. Better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. That's what I'd say. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. Aw, she's the cute girl, yeah. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Yeah, I do. Good morning, Chris. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Don't cry. Classic Miriam, raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, babies, a sweet girl, Miriam always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss, she chipped a tooth, practicing on a mannequin. Oh no. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Yeah, let's pep talk. That's what I'd actually do. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower and the other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? Oh, sweet Jesus, no. I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. Oh, baby. Honey, you're looking at him. Also, don't cry. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Hell yes. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yes, I can. You could definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you can even get another word out, you're rudely, rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands onto the ground. What the fuck? What? Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. For reasons that are very obvious. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Chris's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you could see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. Ahem! Van! You rang? Oh my god. Oh my god. You never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. This game is so unfair. I'm so into pompadours on really buff dudes. Oh, I hate this. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. But the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oh no. Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you! I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop these olds. Could someone like this also be a student at this school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Oh no. Hi, Pop. I'm Chris. So, are you gonna make me hold the door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me or is he kind of cute? Hey, listen. I'm pretty sure that's just like a child. I think it's just you. Both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable! Now, quiet down, everyone. His name's Sprinkles. Who is this unreasonably cute pup and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles. I'm head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof! What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. Oh no, is this who I think it is? I'm chilly, someone close the window. And then, he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harlan. Colonel Sanders interrupts Professor Dog before he can finish the sentence. Please, call me Colonel Sanders. Hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly the room is sweltering, so it begins to beat across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you and you're not entirely wrong. And I just realized chicken legs. And this over here must be sweats a lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second, no one talks to my friend like this. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what's with all the really weird insults? Besides, when Chris sweats, it's gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. You take a moment to clean yourself up. That's the only option I got. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy of Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough. Interrupting my monologue. You're on fast track. Out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students. That tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clink made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. He turned to see the student Sprinkles is referring to. It appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Oh my god, look at this handsome motherfucker. Oh, I might go after Clink. Oh man. Oh Jesus. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clink, you rascal. Oh my god, look at his face. Oh my god, I actually really love him. Oh, Clink. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Beef treat, rubber ball, or chicken snack? Chicken! You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite! Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treats flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey Chris, there's still a seat here. It seems no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you are interested. 2 good options, but which will you choose? I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. You're gorgeous, but I kind of love Miriam. You move to take your seat by Miriam. I'm glad to have you near me to support me through this class. Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel Sanders? He has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had to sit there, you might have gotten to know him a little better. I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later on in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Mary mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz. Yay! A quiz about me! This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... Oh god. Chicken is to feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? He mentioned spork, so I think it's a spork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog who teaches at a culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right. Your total score is perfect. 5 out of 5. Wow. Be honest, did you cheat? You look up and see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jesus. Hot diggity, Chris. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. Time for lunch! Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It's making sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. I'm getting some mega fucking Karawa Shoujo vibes from this. It's kind of like... Ooh, it's giving me little baby chills. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? It must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. Yeah, everyone cheers. But Shh.
Lunch.
She said, shh. In honor of our new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food in this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Oh no. Oh, I know exactly how that feels. This doesn't do it for me. I'm not saying what does, but oh, Jesus. Colonel Sanders has filled the bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have developed a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculations, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him! He looks around nervously, see if anyone else is laughing at his secret burn. No, his face. You wait to see what singer Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry a chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any. I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes go wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and acts unimpressed. Easy now, there is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmate, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor, savor the moment, and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim toward the light. I think that might kill me. I'm gonna meditate. You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt? Maybe. Pepper? Too obvious? Oregano? Basil? Maybe, but there's something else. Something dark, something spicy. You dig deeper. Yes, even deeper still, until you find it. Could it be... He really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use pussy. You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by lunch. No one noticed that you traveled through time and space and time. After tasting his food, you try and get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? Semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up so easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways, makes sure you're truly alone, and leans in, feels warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use pussy. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Oh god, no, I regret everything. I regret ever saying words. Pussy, wow. You never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you get some if you searched. Oh, sweet Jesus. I'm fucking 25 years old. And pussy definitely isn't a flavor that you've tasted before. So now you're no, okay, this is different. Alright. Penis. Whatever, I'll say penis is the second one. So now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe, but you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared while everyone else is still in the cafeteria. You decide to look for him. Find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at school buildings. I think about how my story will continue after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Float together for the first time, you figure now's the perfect time to show your personality to him. Make him to show you your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up, or be modest but thoughtful. Yeah, that'd be me. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Chris. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling as you. About you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. Step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they can need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, you get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything except maybe kisses to the crowds of fans you're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, you will be cooking with partners. Hurry and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over to you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. No, don't go back to her. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is. Me and you, if that isn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Chris, I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner.
Oh, what a fucking dreamboat, dude. Oh my, 2 potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen. I don't know who to choose. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward. I'm surprised you'll have to pay. You pay for not being alone forever. Who do you ask to be Miriam's partner? It's gotta be Clank, dude, because I'm gonna be for real, man. He can do what I can't. He's a better man than me, And Miriam, listen. You deserve the world, and Clank can give it to you. Fuck Pop. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank for today.
It's okay. I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of the school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank may not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Did you? I hardly know you. See? You're gonna be happier with him. I know it. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Make a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare is easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow the Colonel's mind, or your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Yes! I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? You're just cooking partners, mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? Oh, what is this song? What is this song? Ugh, no, jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Chris's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes, tosses them into boiling water, turns his affection tension to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no, it looked like Chris was struggling, so we offered to give him a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you'll be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, man. Personally, I have doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders. No doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, this fried chicken was quite spectacular. This music is so distracting. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Okay, first of all, holy shit, way to be intolerant of non-binary people. Like, I don't mind if you call me he. I personally prefer they, but he's fine. But don't call me a thing. Don't call me it. Bitch. Jeez. Oh, it's still going. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like thigh in a drumstick. Oh no. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for the Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. Yes! And turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over.
Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them!
Actually, I think that Ashley and Van were just leaving you in the dust vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you are a loyal friend, but Chris is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat out which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny will be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out, grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes locked. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling a sporkful of mashed potatoes right at Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van Van, do something! Giving a fingerful, Van Van takes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Chris. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you better be prepared to eat it wherever it lands.
Can I as potatoes face?
Oh my god. Van Van rushes back over a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in silky salt water with sauce, plated on a battle axe forged by the supreme chef ancestors. Oh, no. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose right. I think the octopus was rushed. It may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Everyone stand back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle is being slipped up into Pops' mouth. Pops winces in pain for a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class is gathered to watch Pops' final moment. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as he statues. The class bell rings, disrupting a moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It appears that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite the obvious danger, has inoculated him against the poisons of all kinds. There's just a ghost here! I'm not sure the professor is here and make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost here. Seeing that you're shaken up by the really annoying student and all this nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? No, that's not me. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building is taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow. He speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know, not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Chris? Something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. Oh, God. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, and our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up! I'm the one here to say it's Rachel's time. Like be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? Or no, are we forgetting your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Oh, no.
The spork monster is here to fight a hero.
Yeah. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me as I was just letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level.
Be afraid! Be very afraid of me because I am a monster. See?
He's rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? Before you can just discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence! What will you do? Oh no! Oh no! I'll defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you choose? Trepidation. You close your eyes to fight, but then open one just enough to squint and see the spark monster across the battle. For some reason, that makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. A spark monster goes out on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Fat lot of good that defense did. I'll just attack. You decide to go on the attack. I'll cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spark monster won't forget this. Spark monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. It grows larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I'll attack. I decide to go on the attack. I'm gonna I can only cook with love. Spark monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. So you utilitensile. You take 2 damage. You take many more damage. You're not gonna survive the battle. I'm gonna defend this time. It's buff up. No one can control this much buffness. You start to feel bloated and, quite frankly, a little gassy. You better attack soon, or you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. It's time to chow down. Chow down does 2 damage. Powerful blow. Spark monster's oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's gonna have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, the Spark monster prepares its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain! Your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens.
Pot Pie Power Punch!
Pot Pie Power Punch does pinch. Wow. Does 10 damage. Spark monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spark monster spews steam into the night. Yeah, I'm gonna spare him. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of the gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back with a follow-up encounter tomorrow. Oh my god.
I won't forget this, and I certainly will be back, like you said.
The Spark monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover, find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have it signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding onto the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, the darkness overtakes you. Oh. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you have. Were they memories or premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered, and while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday, you can't believe he really used penis. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. There's not much of a secret, huh? Probably just because he trusts you so much. He already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you could tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Yeah, girl, get it, girl. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like he's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also, I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with the new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy at the school, like the most famous student to ever attend the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great! You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know a second secret ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient. Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo here? Miriam checks to make sure you're okay. You're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and I brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and that flavor was unlike anything I had ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, now we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know, I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret technique, and besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. I love this face. God, Miriam is so cute. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Oh... I don't want to tell her that it's made with pussy, because then first of all, she'd know how to use it. Second of all, I just don't want that out in the world. I'm gonna make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some dumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. Wind rushes in, cherry blossom petals fill the air. Hell yes, here he comes! It's... It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. Then he slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. I didn't realize that anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. What a horseful beaut you have. Yeah, that's just what I said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Chris, you just gets really nervous around people oh, wow. Okay, first of all, I need to stop getting nervous around people I like. Cause oh boy. Why? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and smile, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame the girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell him to stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary schools to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary schools. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding. You instantly recognize it. Oh no, it's a book, just like the one you found when you encountered the spark monster. It's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a fairly heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got pop into the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before he can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. You didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Oh, he's pissed. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazy men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Oh, his face. Oh, I know some people who are definitely into this kind of face. I'm not saying one of them's me. I'm not saying that. Stop looking at me. I'm not saying that. Ashley's tone is completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, why do I care? I get lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all over town. My tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to this lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, as the signing of the Declaration of Independence, there was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss out one of the most important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Chris, naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you sample? I'm gonna try the shimmering pepper because I feel like this is something terrible, and I feel like I shouldn't eat this. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. Pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. You feel like forever as you drift through the universe. My friend, ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, it'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper is the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today, Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. Via timed cooking cook-off. Oh, I missed it. Level theatrics. Step up and tell them you're on. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. Yes. Is everything a competition with you two? Yes. Yes. Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle. Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something? I need to eat if I'm gonna have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I've already brought my own lunch. Chris, you should have it. It will give you the energy you need to succeed. Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. Oh my god, that's adorable! My special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down and a tartlet for dessert. Oh, I love her. It only takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've learned something for today. Let's battle. There's things we're reaching a boiling point. Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense you breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer! Oh my god. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. I stand corrected. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie can get the best of them. Get the best of them. Best believe it. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and this is my chance. Now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and he made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs out, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does the wild boil at? Shit. Fahrenheit. That's wrong. No. What were you thinking, Chris? Get your head in the game. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipes exactly, but you have an idea. 11. That's right. Okay, you might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you got it in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now you got some basic steps going. It's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Trust. That's wrong. No! Get it together. Get out of dog. It's never the wrong time for the dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on this advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness energy. Where does it come from? Shoulder of an onion, deep beneath the small town where big dreams are born. That's right. This is your shot. You're not going to miss it. You're trying to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? The sizzling. That's wrong. No! Don't make me get the spray bottle. You look so happy about that. Is this the end? Yep. Game over. Okay, I'm gonna try again. That's right. How would you have gotten to the school without knowing that? I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about boiling water. I just boil it. It happens. When it gets to rub my furry belly, let that enticing offer motivate you. You're gonna need seasoned chicken. I have an idea. 11 herbs and spices. Yeah. Okay. Tail wagging. Elevate your craft. What state of mind offers vigilance? That's wrong. No. Damn it. Okay. Classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. A small town where big dreams are born. Yeah. Okay. And sound of success. Bubbling. That's wrong. No, it's silence. Next question. Okay. Girl Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Chris. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing that he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now I can think of Colonel Sanders and his horse. Chris, gravy. Shit. God, no! Stand on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? You shouldn't you be focusing on the challenge? Oh, jeez. Wedding vows. What does this have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof, woof. You're really struggling to keep up. Next question. Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough in the stand mixer. And as you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Chris does. A good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and there's a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious the error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Chris, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And I was here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Chris's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he walks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared? Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this, oh, that's actually nice. Under this white chocolate dome, you find an array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was gonna ask Chris to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid pouring the creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Wow. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, yeah. As he places the sauce-covered finger to his lips, Ashley leans over, whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. In for a penny. You reach out with your apron and wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders records and brushes you back. No! The goatee isn't a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. No! No! Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyeballs to catch fire and turn to ash. They fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. As one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I don't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie, my well-kept beard, and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it always hasn't been. Sound like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, is honest. It's something that a humble man in crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants, one that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork monster!
Porco?
It is I. I know I shouldn't. I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see him anymore, but I just want to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know I know what it's like to always have to be looking over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Porco. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the night, in the dark of night, can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I think you're strong. In cooking school, it can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to the school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me. Excuse me. And I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. I had procured a magic copy for myself, but somewhere along the way, I lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef. You shouldn't have to rely on dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Chris. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Colonel Sanders' home, you're surrounded by many things. You start to feel a special bond with him. I wonder who's in that urn. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Oh, there is something. It's a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance between flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or just keep it a secret, just for you? I'm gonna reveal it. He deserves to know. Decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You can offer to make more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Okay, chicken. Notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been born to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. Little note is clicked on the chicken's foot reads, the true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. Alright, you gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Or are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open a window and a crack, and the ghost of student is swept out with the breeze. Okay. Fireplace? No, table. Oh, a lock of silver hairs woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. Huh, interesting. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. If you look closely, and you'd see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. I'm sorry, but I have to. White suit. You open the door to the Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one of the hanger to try it on. The jacket is too big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in its scent. They say the home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, oh no, you hear Colonel Sanders return. There's a new dish that he's been working on. I want you to taste it. Try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan these out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. Oh, you tell him that you're cold. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots closer to the fireplace. It's warmed by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving the Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Chris. I honestly think this might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeous plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here is a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could it be the world's greatest gift to cookery? I'm gonna flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could you be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home and find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. Oh no. Oh, already? I've been desperate to talk to you about it. I couldn't find you. I got worried that something bad had happened to you. It's okay. I was just... but now it turns out that you're fine. I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me out with him, to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together, getting to know me. So I said, yeah, I can get to know the little metallic guy. But long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things spiraled out of control. She just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go out with a talking pressure cooker. And now I'm not really sure where he stands. You don't give me the time to tell this whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but it was the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter the rivals at the quad. You could tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact. Because, you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a tree.
You can get your swirly dipped too. Oh, these voices are gonna kill me. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school? There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Chris, suggesting that I pick on the defense horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fists, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something might have been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Chris, how is that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about my flavor? What about the flavor of my delicate warm gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food was received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Chris. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Chris. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself with how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recently discovered and start flipping through the pages. Wow, whoa, that's a book? That's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open up a page covered with the arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says wrapped around the edges of the page. I can use this spell here that it says will erase anyone I choose from my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. No. I won't. He's in my memory, he's in my mind, but I don't want him. I don't want him gone. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. Shout out
You pissed on my fucking wife!
I want you all to know, I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you, it's nothing to be afraid of. Skillet scratches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Must be hungry. Reach for some old homework, give him a snack. Rather unpredictable. It's, no. It's your backpack. Oh, no. Okay. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's first chicken run. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfy like ungraded work. My, Chris, were you studying something with cinnamon? I had been sitting in on a lecture around the art of cake baking. How insightful. That actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Chris, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, before I can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. It's interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank seem to be arguing. You still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you have to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, it doesn't make it a great date. Then I take Jeff and Joan with you. You can hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. No. Clank. Oh, poor guy. Clank uses shutter steams pours out of the gaps in his panels, and a loud ding stomps him in his tracks. No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank bursts out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels and not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay? Clank slowly rolls out the room to be alone with the shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead, the final competition of the Showdown Challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arenas. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lanes to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride out into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there somewhere with your name on it, out in a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person and you shouldn't settle for the first someone to show you a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice the dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Chris's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you as you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Chris, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. Pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were cooking something delicious. You were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven goes up behind you. I'm gonna fess up about my practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You know, it was a pot pie. You know it was a pot pie from that smell? Wow, I need to get my characters in check. Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I could smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably stop burning any second if you don't pull it out. Moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you got. You step out to cook off a lifetime. Decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll put you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes for their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared by going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, registered trademark fried chicken. The intensity of this room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out some really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as he levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects her ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster! Baster, whatever. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! as she scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5 dial pressure cookie chicken. 5 dial pressure point chicken cookie technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let this happen. The appliance surprising will take us all. Oh god, all these characters. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls it out into the back door of the arena. As we frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she gonna use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate to not see her win another battle. You should take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic. I'm gonna do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you got passion? I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win with your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink across the room. I believe in you, Chris. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Chris, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam's at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into her boiling noodles. It's a secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the secret ingredient was made up, and where in the world did she find iron new from? Boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, up to a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve the Spork Monster. Steve? What happened to Borko? You're not here to battle, are you? We Spork Monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you might have conjured Steve, and I hate the battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I know this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spark Monster notices that you've got a grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to, crisscrossing some magical items and accidentally summoning me, huh? Yeah, I guess it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel the Spork Monster winding up to tell you a very long and involved story. You don't know how long I accidentally clicked. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should just watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in watch school when I fall asleep during the scare tactics. When I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes a hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered through this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Summon extra power from deep within. Yeah, I could do this. I have what it takes. I came in to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Chris, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds are prepared for this entire moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you could do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and it can't be served. But don't worry, dear Chris, you might have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I have been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed is to make mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems that we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying.
Sounds like they're coming from that room closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the broom closet, you see Pop hanging out on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there now!
Let me guess. Did Van
Van have something to do with this? Well, someone asked for a wedgie. Who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank, where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You want to hear his you wait to hear his signature water beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. That only leaves 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny narutomaki I spy floating in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked up myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue tip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It's less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. I rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Wow. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Chris, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in axe-hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff uni, but he doesn't get his nose closed on account of all the spikes. He gets a paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof! Woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Oh, it's my tongue. Yeah.
The professor appears to have an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue.
Disqualified. Yeah.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could have made it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour.
Don't discount simplicity.
This is the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. Yeah. I know, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, is on the step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile. It's meant to be a display piece. Don't eat food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Chris? I told you it's a display piece. Actually, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the college of eating school for the hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You meant to start the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-face routine up. You wanna know how I quit seeing if it cooked you? And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This is the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. Oh my god, yes! He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I had seen everything in the kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blows me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van, and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. They were supposed to be more battles, but come on now. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive, high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van, oh my god! They look amazing! Oh no! Oh god! Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs that they did while they were rivals. For a second, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh. Amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's a spork monster! He is totally mellowed out. Everyone, the spork monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Students try to finish what he has to say, but then everyone's too wrapped up in talking to sport. Sorry. Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out. Oh my god, she looks adorable! Maybe things didn't work out for me romantically, but she found love in her cooking. And, you know, she's gonna do great. The red carpet rolls across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but he's apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched upon his dirty chef's hat a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to compete in the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least you can do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing in the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I actually feel like I knew it the whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I had just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. I hope he lives a good life. That beautiful man. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. He looks very simple. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I don't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Okay. No, it's not the end. Oh, okay. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Chris, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, why don't you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Chris. Oh, sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is just something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at the school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you find a love connection but fail to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll at a pastry school. Oh my, dear Chris. I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually, and along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end! So that was I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking dating simulator. If you want it, you can get it because it's free, 100% completely free, and it's out right now. Like, I'm hoping this uploads on this Tuesday, September 24th, 2019. But yeah, that's the game. Oh boy, that was that was a journey and a half. Jesus. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
That's KFC. That's chicken for me. That's chicken for me. It's KFC. That's KFC. That's chicken for me. That's KFC. That's chicken for me.